Hey everyone, welcome into the Flippin Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star the Flippin Hippo. Today is Monday, November 16th, and because it's a Monday, that means it's time for What Sold on eBay. Just like every week, guys, we're going to go on a walk through our Instagram, look at our photos of our packages throughout the week, just to kind of give you an idea of how our sales are going and what volume looks like. Then we'll go on over to eBay where I have selected out the highlights of our sales from the week. I always show you all the plush that sells, but then I try to pick out some of our better seller bread and butter brands and Bolo items for you guys to be on the lookout for when you're sourcing. So we're just going to jump right on in with what you're looking at. This is today's shipping photo. We had a pretty good weekend. 29 sales total, 29 packages went out, 26 were eBay, and 3 of those were Poshmark. Average sell-through rate for us is a 0.5%. We have about 2,200 listings. So from Friday afternoon through Monday, we should technically have around 30 packages or more on a normal, quote-unquote, normal weekend. Summer slow down, we usually see about 20 to 30. It's been a very weird Q4. Normally, we would expect 40 to 50 on a weekend in Q4. However, y'all know how it's been. We had weekends where we only had 18. So having 29 is pretty good. Looks like things are on the rise. Last weekend, we had 26. This is that photo. 22 eBay, 3 Poshmark, and 1 Macari. So we're up from last weekend, and the prior weekends were the ones where we had like 18 2 weekends in a row. So it looks like sales are steadily climbing and getting better. They're still kind of up and down throughout the week. You can see on Tuesday last week we had 7. Wednesday the post office was closed because it was Veterans Day. Thank you for your service, all of our current and past serving military members. Thank you so much. But the post office was closed that day, and we shipped Thursday 10 packages, which is bad. That averages out to 5 a day, which is half of where we should be. And then Friday, the 13th, we had 13 packages. So we were above where we should be. So you can see we kind of go up and down. We're averaging right at where we should be if you add up all the whole week, because some days are more and some days are less. But that's, not in Q4. This is not a normal Q4. We're just having like normal sales now, which is good because before they were bad. We had a couple of days in the past couple of weeks where we only had 2 or 3 go out. So I think sales are up. The election is behind us. There's still some stuff going on with that, but I don't feel like it's as much of a distraction anymore. The holidays are coming. Hopefully people will be shopping online for the holidays and we can continue to see the sales rise. Let me know in the comments how yours are doing. We're just going to keep plugging away, keep listing every day, keep cross-posting. Make sure you have multiple streams of income. That really helps. You guys can do affiliate links. You can sell on Instagram, cross-post to multiple platforms. There's lots of different ways you can get multiple streams of income coming in. Just don't rely on one source. That's never a good idea. All right, so let's go over to eBay. We'll start with the plush. We're going to start with this Dreamworks Troll. He was 50 cents at the Goodwill. I picked him up because he was a recognizable character from a movie. Officially Dreamworks on his tag. He sold for $10.99 and he shipped first class. Then we have a Thai Beanie Boo. This is Rebel the Meerkat. He has a purple tag, which is, if you have one with a purple tag, you want to put purple tag in the title as a keyword. People that look for the purple tag special Beanie Boos will be looking for that in their search. And I do tell you guys all the time, the Beanie Boos are hit or miss. I picked them up for 50 cents, so I grab all of them. I don't even bother comping. Sometimes I get them for less than that if I go to church sales or whatever. Get them home. They'll sell for $10 sometimes 20 or more. This particular one was $18.74, and he did sell for the full asking price, and he shipped first class. So keep your guys' eyes Keep your eyes peeled for those Beanie Boos. And if your cost of goods is a little bit higher than 50 cents, you may want to comp them before you purchase them. But some of them do sell for a little bit more. Like this owl here, he's kind of the miss. You know, the Meerkat's the hit, the owl's the miss. This is Nestor the owl. He was 50 cents. He sold for $8.43, and he shipped first class. Then we have a Storm Wars. Star can't talk tonight. Star Wars Stormtrooper. This is a Funko plush, Galactic plushies by Lucasfilms. And of course, I picked him up because he's Star Wars and he's recognizable. He was 50 cents. He did sell for $8 on a best offer, and he shipped first class. Then we have this little guinea pig. This is a Gans guinea pig. He's really small. I think he weighed like 2 ounces. He was 50 cents, and he sold for $8.43 and shipped first class. Then we have this Build-A-Bear Pokemon Talking Pikachu you guys just saw about a week ago when I did the live unboxing of our wholesale lot we purchased from Greg. There's your little shout out, Greg. Hi, Greg. Pikachu came out of the wholesale lot, and he sold overnight. When I comped him, people were selling him for $10 and $12. This exact one, 18 inches big, talking Build-A-Bear. I comped this just to be sure that I wanted to list, because I had never had a talking Pikachu, so I did comp him. And I saw people were selling them for $10 and $12, free ship. Some people were selling them for $20, $25. I went on the high end, and I figured I'd have to sit on mine for a little while and wait for the cheaper ones to sell, but mine sold overnight within 24 hours. So that goes to show you guys that sometimes there is a perceived value in an item. And when I tell you guys that sometimes the buyers will buy the higher priced ones because they perceive more value in them, it can very well be true. If you have better photographs, if you have a really great title with really good keywords and a really good solid listing, and yours is more expensive than the other ones, buyers might look at those cheaper ones and think, well, what's wrong with them? There's got to be something wrong with them. And they may buy yours. Other times you may have to wait for the cheaper ones to sell and sit on yours for a little while, which I never mind doing, especially if there's only a couple listed. So I really was intending to sit on this for a while, but it sold overnight. It also had interest right away on Macari. I cross-posted it to Macari the same day I listed it on eBay. And I actually had a buyer, like at 2 a.m. when we were sleeping, send me a message asking me if it had sound. You can clearly see it says talking here in the title. The description says that he's tested and he talks. And then someone bought him on eBay. So the Macari buyer missed out because they didn't know how to read a listing or look at the description and had to ask a dumb question. Anyway, he sold for $19.99 and he shipped in a box. He did go priority. He went to New York. He was like $8 to ship. Next up, we have a Kelly Toy Giraffe. This is a huge giraffe, 32 inches. So he is almost 3 feet. Almost 3 feet. He is a very big giraffe. He sold for a best offer of $28.19. And then the buyer paid shipping on top of that. Their total was like 40 something for the giraffe. And he did ship in a large box, the 12 by 12 by 8, the large mailing box you can get for free at USPS.com, the one that I always use for Big Plush. I did kind of have to fold him in. Like I put his head in first, kind of laid him on his back, and then I folded his arms and legs in on top of him. I had to shove him down because he's pretty big. But these nice big animals like this, the buyers will pay for expensive shipping on them. I've said that on the channel before, but this is just a good example. They paid $28 for the plush, and then they spent another $12 on shipping. So they spent $40 total. If it's a nice plush like this, if it's big, if they really want it, they will pay the shipping. So don't be afraid to put that calculated shipping on the really big ones like this. Next up, we have a Douglas Cuddle Toy. This is just a little white goat. He came from a wholesale lot we purchased at the beginning of the year from Greg. And he sold for $13.99. Douglas Cuddle Toy is a Bolo brand. A lot of the bigger ones will go for a lot more money. This one sold for, $14, but it shipped first class, and he was about $1. Dakin Thomas Moose came from the Goodwill. He was 50 cents. He is 14 inches, so he's a little big. Not like ginormous, but he's bigger. He's almost a little over a foot. So he sold for $14.99, and he shipped first class. I did have to use a little bit bigger of a poly bag for him. And then we have a Thai Classic collection. Now, these Thai Classics, they're good to pick up. The original Beanie Babies are garbage. They're not worth sourcing. But the Beanie Boos can be worth money depending on the Beanie Boo. And these classic ones can be as well. This bear cost 50 cents. And he sold for $15.99, and he shipped first class. Here's another Beanie Boo owl. This one's Juliet, so we sold 2 owls this week. Juliet sold for $8.99 and shipped first class and was 50 cents at the Goodwill. And then here's one of my Millennium Bears. I just showed you one in a haul video a couple weeks ago that I found at the Goodwill, and I mentioned that I had had some in the past. I got like 4 or 5 of them at a yard sale for $1 a piece last year, and a couple have sold. I still got a couple left, and this one sold for $20.99, and they paid shipping on top of that. He was like $35 total all in for the buyer. That was all of the plush that sold, so we're going to jump on into the clothing now and other items. These are 1738 Dynasty men's jean shorts. I had never heard of this brand. I got these in a wholesale lot. The average cost per item was $2 a piece in that lot. And a lot of the jeans and men's shorts that I've been showing you the last couple of weeks that have been selling, the Accus, the Revivals, the ones, all of them that were like paint splattered or had these bleach patterns, they all came out of that same wholesale box. So I got to learn about a lot of different brands of men's jeans and men's shorts by purchasing that wholesale lot. Things I've never seen in the wild here, but I will be keeping my eyes open for them from now on. This pair of shorts sold for $23.43 and shipped in a padded flat. And the brand is good, but I think a lot of the reason a lot of these are selling is because they've got the rips and the unique bleaching, and they're just so unique. And they were all like size 42, I should add. That's a pretty big size for men, which is good. Next up, we have Gloria Vanderbilt Capri jeans. These are the slimming effect. And these were 99 cents at the Goodwill. And they sold for $19.68, and they shipped first class because they did not weigh a pound. And you can see right here it says all around slimming effect. So I do like Gloria Vanderbilt as a good solid bread and butter brand. Typically, I will only get size 14 and larger unless they have a unique print or something different about them. And then these ones I did pick up size 8, but they were the all-around slimming. So I say this all the time, but if you ever find jeans that have any kind of tummy tuck, slimming, lifting, shaping, go ahead and grab them because women do like those. Now we have a Casper women's jacket. We got this in a wholesale lot. Average price per item in that lot was $1 a piece. Casper's not that great of a brand, but because it was in the lot, we went ahead and listed it. And I guess maybe because it was a blazer or part of a business suit, it actually comped a little bit higher than most Casper items would. And we took a best offer on it of $25. But this isn't a brand I would normally think to source because their blouses and stuff comp pretty low. But the blazer sold for $25, and it did ship first class, so that was a nice bonus find in that lot. Next up, we have these RSVP by Talbots. They're plus size pants, and they have champagne glasses all over them. I thought they were fun. They were about $2 in a wholesale lot. They kind of remind me of like New Year's Eve, which is what my first thought was. Maybe someone purchased them to wear to a holiday gathering or a holiday get together, if anybody's even having those this year. But they're cute. They sold for $18.70 and they shipped first class. Then we have this Nike NFL jersey. It's football. I don't know many sports. It's Winston, and I guess the Bucs are the Buccaneers from Florida. I don't know. Anyway, Keith listed this one. It came out of a lot where everything averaged out to $1 a piece, and the jersey sold for $23.99 and shipped first class. Next up, we have some Levi's 501 men's jeans. These came from the Goodwill for 99 cents. And they're button fly, which is always a good find. I do really well with button fly, especially with men's jeans. And these sold for $26.99. And they did ship in a padded flat. Okay, this coat, y'all, is older than what pictures are awful. This coat was around for a long time. It got unlisted once, like it dropped off at eBay, got relisted. The pictures are still terrible, but anyway, it finally sold. We took a best offer, $45 on it, just to get it out of the way. It's probably 3-4 years old. It hasn't been listed that whole time, though, because like I said, it fell off. It was really hard to photograph. The lighting is just not hitting it right. And then at the bottom, you can see where the picture's kind of yellowish. The buyer sent a message asking for some measurements and gave her the measurements, and she was happy with the answer and sent an offer of $45, and I just took it. It did ship in a box, so she did pay shipping in addition to that, which I was kind of thinking why she only offered $45. I think her shipping cost was like $15 to $20. It's pretty expensive. I shipped it in one of the large priority boxes that I use for the Plush all the time. And our initial investment on this was only 99 cents, by the way. We got it for 99 cents. I picked it up because it was leather and it was unique. But some things just don't move, and then you just eventually have to, take a best offer and get rid of it and move on. This pair of jeans came out of the wholesale lot that I was just talking about that had all those different men's jeans in there. And these are Miss Keen. I'd never heard of Miss Keen, but I will definitely be looking for this in the future. Has this unique red embroidered handprint on the pocket. I don't know if all of the jeans from this brand have that or not, because this is the first one I've ever seen of that brand. But they comped pretty high, and I was really excited, and so I would look for these. These sold for $35.99 and shipped in a padded flat. So they were like $2 averaged. Here's some Worthington women's pants. These came out of a wholesale lot as well. Average cost was $2. And Worthington is kind of a poop brand. A lot of people don't like Worthington. I'll pick it up sometimes, depending. Like if I had seen these in the wild for 99 cents because they were new at tags, I definitely would have picked them up. I will grab Worthington new at tags in certain styles and designs of jeans or shirts, but only ever for like 99 cents. I really wouldn't spend more than that. This pair of brand new well, they're not jeans, they're pants. They're pull-on skinny dress slacks. They sold for $20 on a best offer and shipped first class. Then we have some Gap women's jeans. These are size 33 and they're extra long. So they were harder to get the full-length photo. You can see they kind of look bad, but that is what it is. They were 99 cents at the Goodwill. They sold for $20.75, shipped in a padded flat. Here's some BKE women's jeans. I like BKE for women as a bread and butter brand. The men's BKE are definitely Bolos. Those sell for more like $45 to $50. And the women's not so much anymore. These ones went for $21.50 on a best offer. They were 99 cents. And they're cute. They have rips. Distressed. And then we have some Melville jeans. Now, these came in a thread-up box. New to me brand. Never had heard of them before. These have all kinds of rips and tears. And these sold for $20 on a best offer. So if I ever saw these in the wild for a couple bucks or less, I'd probably pick them up and call them, you know, a good bread and butter brand. This vest came in a wholesale lot as well. Average cost per item in that lot was $2. And this Northwest Territory is a pretty good brand for men for like outdoorsy clothing. This is the camouflage vest for shooting, hunting. You can see Keith used shooting, hunting, camo, outdoor, some really great keywords there. It sold pretty fast within a couple of days for $19.99, and it did ship first class. And then we have these Vigos women's jeans. These are the New York bootcut by the brand Vigos. And when you comp this brand, they are all over the place. There's some that are just ran down to the bottom. And then there's some like mine that are comped or that are priced really high. I decided to go really high with them and sit on them and wait and see what happened. Unfortunately, I didn't get to sit on them because they sold in 17 hours. Yes, I did count because I was very excited. Because if you guys, you know, have a spare moment or you're curious, comp this brand. I mean, people are selling it ridiculously cheap for like next to nothing. And I chose to go on the high end thinking I would have to sit and wait or take a best offer. And when they sold the next evening, I did look at the clock and actually calculated how long they took to sell. 17 hours these sold for $39.99. So to me, Vigos is definitely a Bolo brand. I will keep my eyes out for it and price it high because apparently it will sell for the higher price. They did ship in a padded flat. They came out of, I think they came out of a thread-up box. And this is the second pair of Vigos I've ever had. The first ones I sold for about $40 as well a couple years ago, which is what inspired me to go ahead and price them high. So this was my most exciting sale of the week. Jeans that sold for $40 in 17 hours when everyone else is selling them for nothing. This and the talking Pikachu, because again, people were selling that for really cheap too. And last but not least, I want to show you one of our remotes that sold. This is a more expensive one. This is a Hitachi Universal remote. It sold for $22.99. All of our remotes were averaged out at 53 cents a piece out of our big wholesale lot we bought last year. These Universal remotes are good. They usually sell for more than 20 depending on the brand. So this is a Hitachi one. And if you see these Universal remotes out in the wild, you know, with a good cost of goods on it, I would definitely recommend you getting it. And if it comes in a wholesale lot, you can be excited to see it come out. Because these Universal ones, they sell pretty fast. They sell pretty good. And usually for more than $20. And they cost a couple bucks to ship. They don't weigh anything. All right, guys, let me know down in the comments how things are going for you. If you had any exciting sales this week or just how things are going in general. I like to hear from you guys. Hit the thumbs up before you leave. It really helps the channel so much. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Help us feed a hungry hippo. Don't forget to join our Facebook group. It's called Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. You can search for it on Facebook or you can use the link provided in the description box down below. Until next time, go be productive, go make some money, and as always, thank you for watching, guys. Y'all are the best. Bye.